That's what I do. That's what I do. What I do. That's what I do. You need help in turning your social security number into a ministry. I could give you but so much information, but when it comes to tax season, it's so much better when the government sees me as what I am, which is the Holy Church. But we a shadow church, first of our kind. And we're gonna let motherfuckers know what they dealing with. As a regular church deals with Jesus paradigms, we like flip it. Flip it and reverse it. Flip it and reverse it. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Flip it and reverse it. And I teach my initiates that God is what's inside them. And bigger than that, when they need an outside source to pull on God, instead of pulling on Jesus, they need to pull on nature. And when I teach my initiates how to correctly, authentically, indigenously tap into nature, you can't live in them paradigms of no money enough, no love enough, no space enough, no support enough. You stop living in them paradigms. You leave that for the regular humans. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Anyway, you guys, if you want to purchase a wig that will bag you a minister, get it in my shopping cart. Wait, I don't think this is the right page. I don't think this is the right business page, but even if it is, it might be. But you guys, you want to purchase a synthetic wig that'll make a priest stand at attention? I'm not interested in priests, but it's still cute. It's still cute. It's still cute. I swear to God, I looked at a priest that was in love with me. I swear to God. Okay, you guys know I'm a witch, right? Okay, and I try not to read people's minds, okay? I try, but I swear to God, I heard the pastor said, "Oh my God, this is my wife." As soon as I read that shit, I was like, you cute. His sermon was cute. His sermon was cute. Yo, Spirit just told me to walk in a church, you guys. And all I was doing was picking up the what's it called? The little grids that I need, because I'm an old school dyke. I smoke my natural herb pipe, you know what I'm saying? And I went to the dispensary to go pick up some screens for my pipe. Okay? It is what it is. You know, even us dark goddess ministers have our little secrets, but unlike humans, I'll tell you every single one of my secrets and know that that secret taught me something and made me the better bitch, fine like wine that I am, to what and who I am, to even my brand and my ministry. I don't play about my ministry. I don't play about my school. I don't play about anything that I create. So when you come here, just know all donations from $1 to $1 million is tax deductible. I'm just saying. This new 2026, a lot of you are going into new paradigms on the boundaries of who you will allow around you. If you are a true initiate, you've already received the downloads on how seriously negative this planet's gonna get in the next 10 years and how strongly restricted they're going to put the color code citizens of the United States through the ringer. And please, do not get confused. Color code system citizens, Black, white, Hispanic, Chinese. That's public sector of life. Some people call me slow, but I ain't dumb, okay? That's the public sector of life. Don't confuse them with people like us. The private sector, as a ministry, that's under my social security number. I am not of the color codes. And with a little extra work that I learned on TikTok, I'm also a 5-star passport holder. You detain me, you open yourself to a lawsuit. You pull me over after I tell you I'm a 5-star, do not detain on my passport, I'm open to sue you. And the only bad thing is I try not to like really get into any situation with cops and stuff, but The extra step you have to go through as a private citizen is that you have to attain your own lawyer. So if I would want to sue a cop, or if I want to sue a summons or anything from the government as a private sector addressing a public sector, then I would have to get the lawyer to help me file the paperwork, because that's what basically being a private sector citizen is. Yeah, what's being the private sector citizen is extra paperwork, and you have to have the competent individuals to file the correct forms. That's the only extra step that I would hate to go through. But so far, I've been living my best life where I haven't had to sue anybody. But I'm just saying, don't get it confused when I say that. Thank you for the love. Oh, thank you, thank you. Don't get most you humans, my Jesus lovers, the public citizens, the color code citizens, Black, Hispanic, Chinese. I don't speak in color codes. I speak in private sector talk. 2026, I'm going to be around nothing but my people. Let me forgive and say sorry for all the people who are going to be mad at me that are stuck in those color code, origin, slave mentality, citizen ways, because I'm moving on up to the east side, to the private sector of the sky. We talking about trust. We talking about wills and lives. We talking about legacy divine. Have you ever looked into a minister's eyes that swore to God you were his wife? That was so a mind fuck. This motherfucker ran out the church and caught me mid going back into the street to walk home, because the church is near where I live at. Listen, you guys, I'm traveling right now, and the location that I'm at right now, I just recently moved here, and on some more real shit, there's a church up the block. On some more real shit, I hate reading people's minds, because this motherfucker said in his head, "You're my wife." And then I said to him, I was like, okay, story time. How a priest fell in love with me with just a look and got his heart broken before the thought even was created. Wait. Okay. You guys, there's a church that is near where I stay at, okay? And I've always passed it, but I've never gone inside. It's a cute little small church. I've been in smaller, but it's a cute little small church, okay? And I've always passed it and never went in it. And today, Spirit was like, yeah, it's a new day. Go check out the small church. Wait. If you guys are wondering, this is a synthetic red wig that I purchased on TikTok. If you'd like to purchase it, feel free. It is in my shopping cart. So then I was like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going in. So I walked up to the film. Thank you, Blissed in Fire. Yeah, so then I walk in. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the rose. I walk into the church. Story time. So I walk into the church. Okay, you guys? I walk into the church. And he was in mid preaching mode. So I walked in, I sat in the back, I listened to the sermon. It was a cutesy little sermon. Actually, I received a message from it outside of the leaning on Jesus. In my church, I will never tell my congregation to allow Jesus to siphon them. And this is, listen, the story gets good. Stay tuned for the story, okay? I will never tell my congregation to allow the outside entity, Jesus, to siphon them and to lean on that entity for their help. That's like going through a middleman. At my shadow ministry, we don't teach that. You go straight to the source. Melanin, baby. Take my class. Elevate your life. I'm just saying. Because I only teach what I do. Okay? Not bad for 50 years, right? No, not 50 yet. Almost. Almost 50. Almost 50. Almost 50. Almost 50. Okay, let me stop. Okay, focus. Okay. Stop. You're putting spit all over. So then, I go in. I listen to the man. It was a cute little sermon about, knowing when to go into the portal of prayer. Okay. And then I thought it was cute. Then after the sermon, they did the money donation. I gave them the last bit of change that I had in my purse. I had nothing. And now I have nothing. But I gave the church my last. It was some coins. I didn't even count it. I just gave them what I had because I wanted to sow a seed into them because I'm moving. You guys, I'm taking my ministry to the next level. I used to be a 501(c), which is what I am under Zoctoet. But I want to add on a 508(3)(1), which is another perspective of church-based ministry, but it has different paradigms and guidelines to keep the ministry EIN number. So I'm learning to operate my ministry, my online ministry, more like a regular church. And I feel I can learn that by connecting to other churches. So I filled out their little card or whatever, and then I gave them the donation, and then they were gonna go into praise and worship, but it was time for me to go. I just wanted to catch a word and then leave. So I caught my word and I gave them my money and I got up to leave to go home. And as I'm walking, the pastor's young, you guys. He looks not over 30. Pastor looked young. My legions say that man is not ready for the lessons that I would have to teach him as the dark goddess that I am. And I relayed that, to make a long story short. I relayed that. He stopped me. He spoke to me. They did an event that I didn't like because I didn't like the location where they did it at. And I know they didn't make no money for the church. So what I said to the pastor was, again, trying to open up communications. I don't want to marry you, but I do want to work with you as one shadow minister to another religious minister. Two different types of ministers. Know this, okay? And I know who I am, and he wouldn't be able to handle me and what I believe and how strongly I believe. But it's okay. I'm okay with being an assistant to the church to help them quietly. And I kind of like opened communication regarding his last event. They had a little event in front of the church. Remember, the church is near where I'm staying at, so I pass it every day. And, well, every weekday. And on some more realness, they were giving out plates. They were offering food plates for sale, and they were trying to draw people to their food plates. Now, the church is on an off street. It's not on a main street. It's a very quiet block. One of the things I love about, where I'm at right now. And on some more real, the location was bad. So I mentioned it to him. I was like, next time you have an event to raise money for the church, I would love to volunteer. Give me a call, and I would love to sit in that meeting. Only because I feel like you guys had the food plate fundraiser in the wrong location. And I know you made no money. I don't even have to ask you if you made money. And I bet you the food was good. And I gave him some ideas because I used to be a party planner, you guys. So I'm a little aware. And to be honest with you, before I left New York, From my bloodline, I was the one throwing the parties to have family come through and spend time. There was a time when I realized I quantum leaped so hard when I was with my family that because I was living a different life than my working class family, me moving wasn't a problem because I already energetically cosmic jumped into another living situation before I left. When you learn how to quantum jump, you realize, you realize the signs that happen when you quantum jump. Your circle change, you get by yourself, you start changing up shit, you start getting rid of shit, you start in sometimes taking in certain things, when you quantum jump. Every time I quantum jump, I'm shedding. And that's every travel. I shed, I get rid of stuff. And you don't know what being a master is when you don't go through the process of learning how to let go things that you want to hold on to. That is the journey of ascension, mastering detachment. And in my shadow school, with the 3 courses I offer, once you take those 3 courses, you will be a master of energetic source. And money won't matter, people or nothing, because you will have learned everything I have been ordained to teach you when it comes to being the dark part of you. Now, our classes are expensive, but we feel that our information should not be shared with just anybody. So they're expensive to keep our clients honest. If you think it's too much, you're not the client that I'm looking for. Okay? So you guys, a lot of you are quantum jumping, I'm sensing, and this is why I felt like I had to mention it. Okay, so just know that when you quantum leap, you sometimes go into isolation. When you quantum leap, you start seeing doppelgangers on your FYP. I just noticed that shit. I know I've quantum leaped even in my TikTok algorithm because now I'm seeing doppelgangers of people from my past, but all the doppelgangers are better versions of the motherfuckers in the past. I was like, oh, I saw a soulmate, and her doppelganger was a rapper and editor just like her, very talented just like her, and had dreads just like her. Like, you'll know that you time jumped when you see doppelgangers in your life. People that look like motherfuckers that you remember from in the past, but they're either worse or better than the motherfucker that you knew from the past. Crazy. Seriously, crazy on Small Real. So, yes. So I broke his heart as nicely as I could. And I introduced business into the situation because that's what I wanted to work with the church on. I know how it is when people find out too much about who I am and what I teach. So I want to keep the relationship of this church that I'm talking about at a distance. But I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I truly feel the pastor fell in love with me when I walked into this. Well, the pastor and a couple of other men in there, but that wasn't love. That was more like lust. But on some more for real. And I feel like I can help them gain more money for their church. And I feel by helping them, I'm helping my new church because I'm filing all of these new IRS paperwork and stuff. And I'm not really smart and savvy, and I don't have a wife to really like talk with it about. So on some more real, I try to go really slow when it comes to the paperwork, when it comes to government paperwork. But this year is going to be about solidifying my new EIN, which is the 508C1. That's if I'm saying it right. But it works with the one that I already have, which is the 501C3. I've had that one for a couple of years now, but I'm moving in a realm to be more efficient with my ministry because the new EIN number has different laws that I have to make sure my ministry abides by every year when I file our taxes for next year and stuff. So, you know how that go. Adrella is Raja consiling. Andrella, is Roger reconciling soon? Do you want Roger to reconcile soon? I'll wait. Do you want Roger to reconcile soon? A lot of you are in your celibacy journey. Be careful, you guys. Some of you are about to give your expensive, juicy fruit to the wrong energy. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. You don't want to break your celibacy on the wrong motherfucker. Some of y'all need to control your cat. Some of y'all need to control your cat. So I just heard somebody ask, would you be a trophy wife just to be a wife because they need somebody to have them on their arm? Hell yeah. If the pastor paid me to be his wife, I'd be his wife and give him some babies. Only one. And it would be a twin set because we would do IVF. I'm the devil's daughter. I know who I am. And I'm very proud of who I am. And I'm very comfortable in who I am. I can't be around people who are not comfortable in their skin. I'm very comfortable in my skin. I have a nudist mentality. For real, for real. You know? She said, why not? That's not what I said. You didn't hear. Okay, somebody told you an answer that you didn't want to hear. And I was being nice and not telling you the answer. But you read through my question and answered your own. Damn, I'm a sexy ass bitch. Do you see this shit? 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 You guys, I've gained so much weight, winter weight, but I still like how I look. I still like how, yo, it feels like to me my breast is bigger on some more real shit. And it feels like my hips, my ass has definitely plumped up. But that's what happens when you are getting loved on a daily basis. All right, let's get into the reading, you guys. Ma'am, you answered your own question. Stop, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. They're telling me you ask questions you already know the answer to. It doesn't matter what the person says. You're going to hear your answer regardless. What is the message to the collective? Oh, shit, some of you about to get married. Look. I don't play witch, nigga. I live one in every fucking life, bitch. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Some of you, your family's expanding. Oh, shit. No. I want Pacific message. I'm just so sick. I want... Ooh. Okay. 5 of Wands. You guys, there is somewhat of a toxic individual. And the only reason I say toxic is because they're very powerful. Now, if they're a good toxic or a bad toxic, it really depends on your situation. But I'm getting this masculine energy that's fighting for their motherfucking life. This energy is fighting for their life and they are not playing. this. And listen, I say be careful, sacred divine, because this energy that's like, some of you, this energy is being presented to you. Some of you, this energy you're going to bump into. Some of you, this energy you know of, or you know, or you spend time with them or talk with them off and on. You're familiar with them. This energy, yo, be careful, because when they come through, they're going to come through hard and strong. If you're not on your deen, all that happens will be your fault. Shit, all that happens is your fault regardless. But what I'm trying to get across is this. If you are always on your deen, it doesn't matter if they're so powerful that you could see it, feel it, taste it, smell it, react to it without a problem. You know what I'm saying? But is it authentic? That's the only thing you got to focus on. Are they bullshitting with you, or are they being authentic with you? And you could truly know this by the feeling. Okay. Now, I've been trained to master energetic manipulations, and it was a hard master, because you have to live in like a, what's the word? Captive environment. You have to live in a life where you are secluded from most people, most of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned through the hard way that people mean well, but because of what they've experienced, they allow the chains of the unseen to keep them locked down. Like the lady earlier in the live that was asking about a reconciliation. I didn't give her an answer. I asked her a question, and then she interjected at me. Why not? You know your answer. If you know your answer, why are you asking someone else? Subconsciously, people know the truth, but are fearful of the truth. So they run from it. They hide. There's a lot of you putting in heavy work. Heavy work. Oh, I forgot. Speaking of work. That's why I'm on here. I forgot. Give me 1 second, you guys. Every time I want to choose a product, they purposely glitch me. And it won't respond to my touch. It'll respond to me pulling out that bitch. You know what? I'm not gonna. You guys, if you want this deck, it's in the cart. I'm sorry. My boobs look so good in this dress. I swear to God. My shit look good in the dress. Oh, I'm wearing a bustier bra. I was like, why my titties look so good? I was wondering. I was like, damn, why my tits look so good? Cause I'm wearing a push-up fucking bra. Duh. Oh shit. Some of you are learning how to balance some shit. And you're ready to go into your full. Congratulations, guys. You guys, Chinese New Year is coming. Set yourself up for a new positive Chinese New Year. Clean the house. Get rid of shit you don't need. Write down your intentions for your new year. For the correct new year. Look, this popped out again. Look at that. Stay balanced. Stay focused. Do what you need to do. I realize, to me, who comes in is not my focus anymore. My focus is giving the message, pulling the revenue, and getting the fuck out of Dodge. Some of you need to be a little bit more patient. Some of you need to be a little bit more patient. You're like losing your temper too quickly. Look at that Queen of Pentacles. I see beaches for some of you. Water wave hair. A lot of work. Oh shit, somebody coming. Damn. And that's a different person from the one in the earlier reading. The earlier part of the reading. Oh shit. Wow. Blissed and fire, you guys. Thank you, Jorge. Miss Bruce, Mr. Bruce. Hello, Perez. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Whether you stay or we go, we appreciate you. Fruity baby, does it really matter? Does it really matter? But Fruity, I doubt if you're still here, but let me put you on to something that maybe you're not privy to. And to be honest with you, you're the type of bitch that needs to take my class, but too ego-filled to take it, which is on you. Live your life. How pathetic it may be. But for real, when we're talking about humans, we're actually talking about androgynous beings. It's actually the world you live in called the Matrix that perpetrates us being only one gender. If you go in deep enough, baby, and I do mean deep enough, you will find the truth. And the cosmic truth is we're actually both, baby. You, I, and every motherfucking person on this planet Earth. Here's how it goes in a nutshell in the elementary Silly Rabbit Tricks Are for Kids edition. Someone in our live just asked me if I was a boy or a girl. In all actuality, all humans scientifically are both. And it is also shown that males are genetic mutations of the black woman who is God. This is why the black woman marry the mother of Jesus, can have children without the masculine sperm, because we carry both the X and Y chromosome. So when I say that we are both, baby, hear me, Fruity Rabbit. Tricks are for kids. You are both. You have a gender in the physical, but then you also have a gender in the spirit. And you'll see the imbalanced work and conscious destruction they've done on the calcified third eye of the human race. They make you think that you're one or the other. So you get to a point where you feel like you have to choose one or the other. You're both. You have one in spirit and one in physical. And when you attain, master, and keep consistent the balance of your feminine and masculine, here, baby, here, Fruity Rabbit, Tricks Are for Kids, is where you find gods. And that's where dreams are made of. When you're ready to elevate your mind outside of the paradigms of gender, take one of my classes, baby. It'll help you elevate. I'm just saying. Okay, anybody else? Hey, Nuri, how are you, baby? I love your pink ink queen in process of covering my back. Ooh, pagan. Yes, I got my whole face done. For real, for real. Let me tell you one thing, pagan. A lot of people do tattoo work because they're depressed or going through an emotional situation. But as the black witch that I am, the tattoo work is more like a blood ritual of rites of passage. So every ink on my body is a sacred temple sacrifice of a deity that has aligned with me. So to be honest with you, my ink is my infinite menage a trois with the demons and the angelics that fuck with us every life. Naughty Realtor, thanks for stopping by. Virginia, thanks for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Top News, thanks for the love. Dark Sage Lark, thank you for the love. Oh my God, Dark Sage, how you doing, baby? Still tapped into your magical power? I see you. Sam Jr., I see you. That's right, baby. A lot of African deities are in this motherfucking building. For sure, for sure. Hello, Juicy511. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and thanks for the love, Juicy. Top News for Christian. I would not call myself a Satanist only because I don't follow regular Satanist laws, but I do have a Satanist mentality, meaning I am a self-supremacist. I do believe in self-care, and I do believe self over anything else, and that's including your kids. So to some degree, I'm a self-supremacist, but in other degrees, like sucking on children's blood and with children, not at all. Not at all. And I am familiar with a lot of Satanists in the entertainment biz that does all the things I just whispered. For real, for real. So I guess Satanist to some degree. What is a Mambo minister? Okay. A Mambo minister is a priest. From Haitian origin that utilizes Mambo energy. Now, the only reason I use the word Mambo minister is because I'm Haitian. And if you do your homework, you realize that Mambos come from the Haitian Pantheon and they are high priest. But I'm an Americanized version of a Mambo minister because, to be honest with you, I create paradigms. I don't follow them. So my church is the first of its kind. My ministry and the level of healing that I offer as a master alchemist is one of a kind. So there's really nothing to compare it to. So I would just say, to answer your question, a shadow minister is a minister that has been taught shadow ministry from childhood, like I've been taught, through the deities. Because most of my teachers were the undead. They weren't humans. I've taken some human classes, like my Reiki master class and my Qigong class. But everything I know about magic and that I teach in my master classes were taught to me by the energies that I've always communicated with from childhood. I hope that answered your question. You know what's funny? I'm going to put you on to something. Top News for Christians. I hope you're in here. Top News for Christians. I hope you're in here. What I love about Jesus followers like you, Christian, I don't even remember your name because you're not important, but for one to rebuke a Satanist, one has to be a Satanist within themselves. I don't want to go over your head because I think the conversation would overwhelm you and make you want to kill yourself. So I'm just going to leave it at that. To see and rebuke a Satanist, one must be one on the inside. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Happy fucking Japanese New Year. Oh, thank you, Dark Sage. Thank you, thank you. What about what's going on with them earrings? I don't have earrings on. Joe, baby, I don't have earrings on, okay? Does that hurt on your nose? No, MSE. MSE, I don't know if you're still in here. I'm sorry. It took me a long time to check the comments, but I was really in a deep occult lecture, okay? I dropped some gems. Check my social media for the highlights. But a lot of people think I have my nose rings because I'm trying to be a rebel. Everything I do in life is connected to spirit, and if spirit don't co-sign it, then we're not going to do it. When I got these nose piercings, there's actually a couple more holes than you could see. There actually were breathing executions, and it just basically it was upgrades for my body. So when I do my breathing exercises, I do them more proficiently. So yes, there's a reasoning behind my so many my nose piercings. They actually are a strategic reaction as the meta nutritionist that I am on better deep breathing when it comes to like conscious exercises. Hi Angie, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Ani, I don't know if you're in here, but aren't you filing the kids? So you know you're getting money through taxes. So unless, listen, how are you looking for money with the debt that you created? You shouldn't have created the debt. And make sure you do the right thing with the tax money that's coming in. Fix your debt, because your family needs a lot of stuff, Ani. I'm sorry, Ani. Your family needs a lot of stuff. Oh, thank you for the love, Ani. I'm glad I answered your question and I gave you a quick read. Invite she love her to join. Oh, they asked you to invite. Lean Pelmer, thanks for stopping by. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, V. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thank you, Kim. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Craig Killing, thanks for stopping by. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be Adelina? Thank you. Thank you, Kim. You guys, thank you. You guys, I had fun. I wanted to take a minute. Yo, the whole thing at the church fucked my head up, and I was so turned up and excited. I was like, I have to go live. And even though I'm not supposed to be going live, I wasn't supposed to go live until the Chinese New Year. I'm gonna do a live evening Chinese New Year reading, a Chinese New Year reading, just for the people who set their time brackets on not the Matrix time, but on spirit time. And I want to see what life has in store with the high level initiates. Message to the collective. A lot of you are going to be connecting with other extraterrestrials. A lot of you are going to be igniting with fucking X factors. A lot of you have these mindset, yeah, I'm not going to find someone who is going to understand or overstand the epitome of everything that encompasses me and what comes with me. A lot of you are going to see that, yeah, there's even more crazier people out there on crazy shit, on some old real. And you like it. And it's gonna get you going on some old real shit. When you meet individuals that actually overstand your crazy, that's when alliances can align. Don't fall yourself short. A lot of you are going to cut your losses too quick, too fast, and lose out on the potential of greatness. Some of you are going to be meeting partners that are very well off. But at the same time, some of you are on the timeline where you're going to meet partners that have the potential for greatness. And as soon as they meet you, that shit is ignited. You know, it really doesn't matter how it goes down. The main operative is that there's a lot of weirdos getting together. It's weird. Like, again, Adam's family, because that's the biggest weirdo couples I can think of. Like, Adam family weird. Like, 6-foot woman with a 4'5" man, you know? Like a sapiosexual, demisexual with a murderer. I'm just saying, these are weirdo connections. These are weirdo, these are high level weirdos connections. And you realize with people like Kanye and Kim, when two high level weirdos get together, you can't help but watch. Whether you like them or whether you don't, you can't help but watch. I need to wear bustier bras more often. I like the way my boobs look in like boost. It's like, you know, little bustier cups. I like them in them, and they hold your stuff up. I usually wear the bras with no cups, but I like the soft bras that, yeah. Anyway, you know what? My mind just floated. You guys, I don't hide the fact that I am a woman on the autism spectrum with Asperger's. So sometimes we're with it, sometimes we're not. For real, for real. But whatever you do today, you guys, do it with love. It's time to eat. I'm ready to eat. For real, for real. I'm ready to eat. And I don't know what I'm going to eat. My legions are like, they said, show them your refrigerator. No, I'm not showing these people my fucking refrigerator. Pay me, bitch. The fuck out of here. I used to do so much. You guys, I used to do so much on social media. For real, for real. I used to, that's a better light. I used to do so much on social media. You know what's crazy? That bitch that's in a toxic relationship with that husband of hers, she don't get that nigga's making her old, son. For real, for real. Black woman, you won't get old if your partner's not ciphering you. I'll say it again, 2026. If you're not feeding into my atmosphere, move the fuck out the way. I'm not spending time with people who are not feeding the cause. Gone are the days that I'm shitting my life away and not feeding a nation, okay? I'm not one of them bitches that clock in every day at a job. I clock in life, baby. I clock in life, okay? And if that intimidates you, it's okay. It's okay. You're not the first, and you won't be the last. Oh my goodness. You guys, I truly believe that there is a lot of individuals that have the potential to be great, but because they are in fear of being different, they are in fear of the unknown, they are in fear They are in fear of the unknown. They are in fear of change. They usually don't. I'm going to try my best because I am a ministry that, not Sunday, I'm going to choose the day, but once a week, I need to stay consistent with my ministry sermons, my shadow sermons. So I'm going to put a little bit more effort on being consistent because where I'm moving into, I want to make sure that I can handle it and deal with it on a consistent basis. Because I'll say it again, marriage is the biggest contract you will ever complete, whether it is a small marriage or a major marriage. And on some old real, I'm not one of them individuals that will go into a marriage contract all willy-nilly. There will be terms, there will be conditions, you know what I'm saying? And as a polyenergetic witch, when I make this money, and I make money, but when I make this bigger money with my collective, I need to make sure that there are no misconceptions or confusions when it comes to the Soul Tribe family on Samoa Row. I know I'm different, I get it. How many black girls want to open up a healing retreat? I get it. How many lesbian women are still open to love and still to this day, if I see anybody on TikTok that I want to get at, or I want to get to know, whether it be friend or more, I'll do that. And let me tell you something, I get turned down more so than people being open, because I am an aggressive woman, but I love, you know, confronting people, talking with people, and most of the time usually getting turned down because I'm a lot. I get it. But I love it over here, you guys. I love it over here. I fucking love it over here. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, you guys. This has been another moment behind the veil with Zazazo, a shadow learning temple ministry. And I am your master of ceremonies, Zazel. You guys, I'm going through a lot of changes. My brand is changing. My name is changing. My status is changing. You guys, I had a prolific dream and my ancestors were fucking pissed off at me. And I was like, what the fuck are you angry about? And it was a whole bunch of things that I don't like. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you guys mad at me? Affirmation, the dust is kicking up in my area. I was like, why the fuck are you mad at me? You call yourself 3 generation. You 6 and over. You actually 6 and over. But we can show you 6. And then they showed me 6. So moving forward, not only I'm being mandated to say a new name, a new title, we're actually going to be at a new ministry level by the end of the year. This year, we're going through a lot of changes when it comes to name, family, all of that. So to be honest with you, I am going to be inundated with paperwork, which means less time on social media. I need to solidify these legacies before moving forward. And the clock is ticking, and from what I've heard, you know, I only got a couple of... Let me stop. 2026 is gonna be lit as fuck, yo. I promise you. A lot of you have been through some hurts. A lot of you have been turned down time after time after time after time, to the point where when you actually meet the person that could actually keep up with you, you're gonna be like, oh, maybe those sad healing paintings were all for a reason. Oh, speaking of healing paintings, I'm actually finished, well, almost finished, one of my most recent paintings that I'm gonna be putting and consecrating on my wall. Do you guys wanna see? I'd love to show you. Okay, only one thing I don't like about this wig is that I don't like how the bang is laying, but I'm not gonna be wearing it too often. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. You wanna see? The name of my painting is called Double Helix Power Plug. It was a healing painting that I created after breaking up with one of my last spiritual husbands. Now, there is some black light in the black area. You can't really see. I would have to go close. You would have to be close to see. All right. What I love about my painting, is that I've created, okay. What I love about my painting and being a painting beginner is that it helps me heal. And this is my healing moment after my last breakup. Double Helix Power Plug. It is a shadowy vision of 2 powerful women coming together in holy matrimony. What I love about my painting is that I can hang it however I want on my wall. I can hang it this way. I can hang it this way. I can hang it this way. And I can hang it this way. The assignment was to create a painting that I can hang like all sides, 360 degrees, like my readings. I like this part. They're in a 69 position with this one. This is black light paint. This is black light paint. They're in a 69 position. And this one, I should have called this part of the picture rubbing tambourines. Rubbing tambourines together. I'm a tambourine player. I'm a tambourine player. And this is also black light. I love my painting because the assignment was create a love piece that I can hang any way I want, and it still looks like it's supposed to be that way. I love that. I love that. I think I'm finished with this painting, but stay posted. I won't put it on the wall until I'm done, but I'm almost finished. Because once the painting is done, the healing is complete. So I'm not gonna rush it, because I don't believe you should rush like healing sessions. I feel like healing sessions should never be rushed, and even with my clients, I allow time and space. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours before I'm even able to touch a client because their energy won't allow that touch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. This is my last healing portrait. One of my last paintings before I go back to art school. Oh shit, I can't wait. They're gonna teach me how to paint in art school. I'm going to art college. They're gonna teach me how to paint. I wanna learn how to paint. I wanna paint like Chitney. I have a business connection friend. Her name is Chitney, and she's a fucking amazing fucking painter. She can fucking paint Tupac and shit. I wish I could paint Tupac. I can paint Tupac on acid, but I wouldn't be able to do a Tupac face. Shout out to Chitney. I'm trying to be like you, cuz. Trying to be like you. I'm going to school, learning all the basic shit, so I could learn some shit. I'm learning some shit. I'm learning to be a painter, bitch. What the fuck you doing? They be like, Ish, what the fuck you doing? Going to college, learning how to paint. What the fuck are you doing, baby? What the fuck are you doing? Oh shit, okay. Okay, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. Blissed and fire, everybody. Night, night. Chinese New Year is our next live. Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is our next live. Chinese